Good morning. Welcome back to Gothmas. It's day 19, and we have this one, Prickly Before Coffee. And I have, it's pretty much sums my attitude up right now. The only thing that would be even more fitting would be the one with the dog in a house on fire. Oh, yes. Um, this time we have a bird and some flowers. It's a cardinal, I'm sorry. A cardinal and some flowers. Okay, and again, the tea is vanilla chai spiced black tea. Tastes kind of floral. I can taste the vanilla vaguely. My sinuses were starting to clear up, and the apartment I looked at yesterday, one that I was hoping might be the one, yeah, it did need cleaning, and that was an understatement. We'll just leave it at that. Um, and when I showered last night, they were, let's just say the plates had fleas, and I found a tick, like right there. I could forgive that. They need to clean the place. But they wanted $1,800 to move in, 2 months rent, and a $400 pet deposit. Um, and it's about the size of this place, if not smaller. And I didn't look around to see where the cable would hook up. But yeah, and I don't. I looked. The guy told me that. I said, "Ouch! That's more than 1 month's. That's more than 1 month's pay for me." And he said, we could get if you apply, there's a number we could give you to where you can break that down. Could break that down smaller. Yeah, nice, but I shouldn't have to call a number to break down a move-in smaller. And then even if I did do that, I would be paying installments on the move-in plus the $700 a month for rent. And it wasn't. I think first impressions are everything. There was cloth on the porch for some reason. I guess they didn't want to paint it, and that was ripped. Basically, they didn't do anything. They bought the house. Looked like it was already a fourplex when they bought it. It wasn't even the upper half of the house. It was the upper quarter of a house. It looked to me, through the front window, from what little I saw, that the downstairs apartment had more space, and the upstairs ones were just tiny. It was an older neighborhood, which is that in itself is nice, but it just it was run down, and it gave me horror movie vibes, which would be okay, but no, like I said, not for what they wanted down. And I was talking to the cab driver, and we agreed that it's possible that the place was left a mess, maybe because you don't get your cleaning deposit back, so what's the point of cleaning? Which is a sad state of affair for renting. I clean when I move. I no longer try to get it back to exactly the way it was when I moved in, because again, I don't get my deposit back, but I don't leave it like that. That was horrible. So I have to remember what I have to do today is remember to get my pay stubs and see what Gray House has to offer. I personally will never understand the concept of needing first and last month's rent. If you treat people better, they're not going to skip out on you. And of course, I guess you would have to do background checks to make sure you didn't get people who'd skip. I don't know. The timeline was perfect. It would have been ready by the time, I could have bumped it to March, and that would have been fine. I would have had some other move in, but just that, it kind of threw me off at the porch. That if the porch had been in better shape, and they didn't want so much money to move in. Yeah. Well, I do have some money, but finding a place to cash IRS checks is a hard thing to do, especially when you don't have a car. But I have a plan on that. It's going to involve going back to Pick and Save instead of Festival. Although I could see a Festival deal. Wait, that's right. I think Festival took theirs out because I had cash. I wanted to get a money order, and they no longer did them. So yeah, going to Pick and Save it'll be going to Pick and Save either the 31st or 7th. We are 5 days away from Christmas Eve. Well, 4 if you don't count today. So we are counting down to Christmas, if you want to call it that. Gothmas, I prefer. It was one that I picked up after years of watching goth videos and starting my own. As you know, I'm basically more of a goth geek. And looking at the way I decorate, and someone saying something about whimsigoth, I may fall more under that umbrella at some point because, yeah, I don't have the dark vampire chic aesthetic. At this place, it is more whimsical. My last 2 places were borderline steam goth with a little bit of Doctor Who thrown in. The mobile home being more of that because I tried putting up I was going to put in the round things. I had the crack in space and time in the closet. I had the TARDIS on the front of the spare bedroom. So I was going all in on that. And that being said, if that was in a better neighborhood, you wouldn't be seeing me here, and unfortunately you wouldn't see that lovely lady because that would have been where I would have stayed. Would have been in that place with that mobile home because I let my imagination run wild on that. Although the place after that was not too bad. But I couldn't put the TARDIS back up, and the TARDIS ran away. No, I'm just kidding. It got left behind, and considering it's not an actual TARDIS and this isn't actually Doctor Who, I can't just retrieve it and put it back together. Okay. Boop. Rambly. But I'm more my normal rambly as opposed to sick, foggy sludge. Stitch, honey. Yes, you have nice legs, but nobody wants this. Honey, okay, let's move the tea. All right. Back to the tea. Vahdam India vanilla chai spice tea. It's a pleasant tea. Again, my nose is getting stuffed up again, so my taste buds aren't quite where they should be. But it's a pleasant tea. Vanilla, slightly sweet, slightly spicy, like my cat. Stitch. No, I can't, honey. Yes, sorry for moving the camera back and forth. All right. Yes, sweet and slightly spicy. This one would be nice with milk, but I don't think you'd need sugar. Give this a try. Give any of their teas a try. It's Vahdam India. And I think I will wrap this up. If you like these videos, please give them a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell once to see what lunacy like this will ensue. See me sick, well, and other things in between, happy, sad, morose, whatever. Yeah. And if you want a notification system where we're going to put more unusual, off the wall, and occasionally slightly unhinged content, hit the bell a second time. And on that note, enjoy your holidays, whatever holiday you prefer to celebrate. Drac and don't drac and drive. I almost let my brain go into automatic pilot there. Don't drac and drive. Drac responsibly. Take turns driving the hearse. Give the designated Dracula a chance if they wish to imbibe. And always, if you're a vampire, remember your 100 SPF and your large parasol or umbrella. So you don't turn into a pile of ash. So I can see you tomorrow for day 20 and we'll see what tea we have next. I love you guys. Merry Gothmas and have a nice warm cup of tea. Bye now.